Generally speaking, as long as people are able to provide for their idle lifestyles and idolatrous activities, they tend not to rise up against the powers that be. Before Rome fell, the people enjoyed free bread and public entertainment. In a political context, the term bread and circuses is used as a means to generate public approval, not by excellence in public service or public policy, but by diversion, distraction, or by satisfying the most immediate or base requirements of a population, by offering a palliative, or in other words, a pain reliever. The people under King Noah didn't seem to mind paying 20% of their income to support the king and his priests in their whoredoms because they were likewise enjoying their sinful lifestyles. Everything was great. All they had to do was go up to the temple regularly per the law of Moses, which King Noah claimed to teach, and offer up their sin offerings, and they could go back to their sinful lifestyles. As long as the wine flowed, everything was great. But Alma's preaching had converted hundreds of people who secretly fled the city of Nephi, and it created a labor vacuum. Now, the rest of the people had to work a little harder and a little longer to make up the difference in producing their food, harvesting their crops, and so forth. This is just reading between the lines, but the same thing happened on a much larger scale with the Lamanites after the sons of Mosiah had brought thousands with them back to Zarahemla, which caused an uprising that led to war. People generally don't like their lifestyles to deteriorate, and that is what happens whenever there is a collapse of any kind. But let's read Mosiah chapter 19, verses 1 through 3. And it came to pass that the army of the king returned, having searched in vain for the people of the Lord. And now behold, the forces of the king were small, having been reduced, and there began to be a division among the remainder of the people, and the lesser part began to breathe out threatenings against the king, and there began to be a great contention among them. How quickly and easily did the people turn against King Noah? Did they forget so quickly their words, saying, "And now, O king, what great evil hast thou done? Or what great sins have thy people committed, that we should be condemned of God, or judged of this man?" Meaning Abinadi. Or, "Behold, we are strong, we shall not come into bondage, or be taken captive by our enemies. Yea, and thou hast prospered in the land, and thou shalt also prosper." The only reason King Noah and his priests prospered was because of the steep taxes he imposed upon the people. It's almost as if they had Stockholm Syndrome. The same thing is happening in the U.S. today, right before our very eyes. The people were proud of the strength of their own army. The ignorance of the wicked are proven time and time again, and we are seeing this today in the world around us. Our global economy is a train wreck happening in slow motion, and it's never until just the moment before impact that the ignorant and the slothful and the wicked realize what is happening. Then it's too late to course correct. Or, as we read in chapter 19, before a man named Gideon was about to slay King Noah, a Lamanite army was invading. If the people thought a 20% tax was bearable, they would soon learn what paying 50% of all they produced would feel like, while being guarded by the Lamanites round about them so that they could not escape.